Vincent, you and your side were so close to making the final. What are your overall thoughts on what we saw today?
I thought, first of all, both teams are of the very highest level. So we played against the best team in Europe. But it's close. It's always felt close whenever we've played them. I think we played them 5 times. We won 2 times. They won 2 times. And then this game was a 1-1 draw. So the finest details, the finest margins, top players. We've tried everything. And congratulations PSG and well done to them.
They came out really fast, got that early goal through Ousmane Dembele. What was your approach to the game, having had that 5-4 thriller last week?
No, we knew the game was going to be on a knife edge. I still felt that if you look at how PSG normally plays and what the normal game plan is in all these aspects, I felt that we did well in terms of moving the ball around the press and getting into situations and positions where Michael one-on-one, Lucho one-on-one, Jamal a few times in really good positions to be. But just because we don't hit the target or because we don't make the final pass, it doesn't look as dangerous as it actually was. And then I have to give credit back to PSG for how they defended the box. I thought it was at times phenomenal because we'd already beaten the fullback and the centre-backs are defending the cutback space or the midfielders or the ball between the goalkeeper and the centre-backs seems to be on and they cover it again. So in a lot of these, finest margins. I can't say anything more. We played against a great team, and at some point you're going to ask me about the referee decision, and that's part of the margins as well.
I'll ask about that. That wasn't going to be my next question, actually, but you've mentioned it now.
Surely we weren't going to avoid that topic.
No, it was coming, but you said other things that I thought were really interesting. So I will actually go back to one of those things. You mentioned, for example, not getting that final pass or shots going wide. Do you feel maybe that was the difference from your team compared to what we saw last week? I know Harry Kane did get the goal in that 4th-minute additional team.
For both teams. We play against the best team in Europe and I have to return the question, how much of what they normally do did you see today on the pitch, So I think both teams did everything they could to learn from last game and improve. And the difference was, it felt, I think 2 or 3 or maybe more moments and chances we have of, by our standards, really big chances, really big moments. And I can look at it both ways. Maybe we have to do better, but as well, I saw some. I'm an old defender, so I saw some incredible defending. I saw some really active midfield work to just, read whether you've got to defend a cutback, whether you've got to track a runner, whether you've got to come out to block a shot. They did that well, and that's why they're a top team. But the finest details decided this tie to them. I can talk about this, but we had chances still. In the end, the penalty, the red card, I tried to push it back because I feel I don't like excuses. I think we have to focus on our own performance, and in the end, my job is to analyze what Bayern Munich can do better. But why it's not a red card, I don't understand. Why we concede a penalty in Paris and why we don't receive a penalty here. I understand the rules, so I get it. It's your own player, kicks it out, but the hand is like flapping sort of somewhere in the air above his head.
Yeah.
Whereas our situation is clearly goes to the body, then goes to the hand, and everybody who's played the game knows that there's something impossible to do anything about. And plus, in other situations, it hadn't been given in other games. Yeah. Very recent after when we played. So it plays a part, and it plays a part.
Those inconsistencies you speak of, do your players then feel that they've been at the hard end of it tonight then?
No, I think we're able to respect the calibre of opposition we played against, but when the games are so tight, when the players are giving so much of their energy to achieve that goal, and overall when they do so well, at least if you lose and it's your own doing, only your own doing, then it is what it is. But it felt like there was a little bit of a hand in that game that just tilted it always to the wrong side for us, and Takes nothing away from the quality of PSG, but if you look back at the phases, you know what. What am I supposed to say as well? You know, it's yeah.
Luis Enrique, congrats on reaching the final again. Munich seems to be a nice city, a nice stadium for you, right?
Yeah, Munich and also Berlin. Yes, good memories, and I think we could leave a match with a lot of intensity. And today, I think the defense were better than the attack, but the character that we show against a real team like Bayern Munich, I think it's so positive, and we are very happy to reach the second final in Champions League in a row.
How much fun does it make to play against Bayern Munich and to coach against Vincent Kompany?
Well, it was very intense, very difficult. They played football at the highest level. I think we are both teams similar. We love to have with the ball, we love to defend and to pressing on high, and I think we could watch a really match and a nice match, and we are very happy. Very difficult to play against them.
And again, too close to your birthday, there's going to be a final or reaching the final. What do you assess Arsenal now?
Okay, in 2 days I'm going to celebrate my happy birthday, and I'm very, very happy. We are in the next phase of the competition, final of the Champions League, and we want to give our supporters that kind of gift.
Luis, you did it again, another Champions League final. What does that mean to you all?
We did it. We are excited. I'm very happy. It was tough from the first minute, but I think we managed the match in the right way. We scored the goal, and it was very important because we keep our calm. And yeah, it was tough because Bayern Munich kept the ball, and they are a great side and a lot of quality players. And yeah, it was very tough, but we are very happy.
You scored that early goal, which must have really helped your game plan. But after the first leg, we didn't talk much about defence. How well did your team defend tonight?
Yeah, tonight, and I think we defend very well first match, but it was amazing how the strikers did it. But today I think we deserve, because we defend even more time that we want very close to our box. But I think with the solidarity and also with the quality and also with the intention to score a goal, because we knew that if you don't score, you are not going to win that match.
You have already faced 4 Premier League teams in the Champions League this season: Liverpool, Chelsea, Newcastle, Spurs, and you haven't lost. And it's another one in the final. You face Arsenal. I think you quite like playing Premier League teams, Luis?
It's going to be different in a final. But anyway, Mikel Arteta, they did it great, and they deserve to go through the final. They are doing, they have been performing the whole season at a high level. They were unbelievable during the whole season, but it's a final. They want to win it. I think it's going to be they are first, and we want to continue with making history in Paris. And to making history, we need to win the second one in a row.